Keep going.
Remember that name, Good Pizza, with 3 Z's, baby, 3 Z's.
What's up, fam? It's your boy JP, Good Pizza. Yo, check this out. We got a special guest in the building this week. The homie Victory Pharms came through to tell his story. Born and raised in California, killing it out in Santa Cruz. He's a grower, he's a breeder, he does dope rosin collabs. Guys, you're gonna love this story, man. We'll see you all on the show, man. Peace, love, Good Pizza, Victory Farms. Well, Mr. Victory Farms, thanks for coming through today, my friend.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me,
No
bro.
doubt, bro.
All right, dude.
Long time coming, man.
Yeah,
Long time coming.
yeah. It's a blessing.
No doubt, no doubt. I always say I enjoy getting to know someone on the show because I'm genuinely more curious about your story, you know what I'm saying, than if I knew you already, you know?
Yeah. It's exciting, man. Pleasure to meet you, too. I've been hearing a lot of good things and seeing it.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, exciting, man.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely, man. So we're going to dive right in, bro. Before we get into the cannabis and all that fun stuff, what everybody's here to see, let's talk about the story behind the story, man. What was young Victory like coming up, bro?
The young Victory, man.
Talk about
Born and raised in Oakland.
Okay.
Up until about high
part?
school.
What part?
East 13th, man.
Nice.
Yeah. Dad was a cabbie. Mom was a flight attendant, transportation peeps, blue collar. Cool. Yeah, man, we lived in a pretty rough neighborhood up until the time I moved into the woods in high school.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Where'd you go?
Where'd I go to high school?
Yeah, where'd you go? Or what town or whatever?
Dude, that was up near Yosemite.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
Yeah.
Different world.
Yeah. Just boom, 2 different places. I had family up there.
Cool.
Visited quite often, so I started playing in the woods a lot, so I got 2 perspectives. 2 huge different perspectives, which I actually really appreciate. High school was fun up there. It was totally different than my experience probably would have been in the city.
Yeah.
But I can't, like I said, I loved it. Yeah, man, it was a breeze. I played sports. I played music. Had a lot of, connections through that. That was the young Joey thing. Stay involved with the community as a kid. Was a coach, coached young kids.
No shit,
Continued to have passions with that, try to stay out in the community and help out
Cool.
the youths and all that. Yeah.
You were a good kid.
I was a pretty good kid. High school kind of, I got curious in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, or like pre-high
about
school, really, actually, but we'll say it's high school.
Yeah, no doubt. Is this when you say curious, you mean like you start smoking trees or like start getting into shit?
Yeah, being curious, being a musician and kind of, opening my mind a little bit back then, but I found bud actually in Oakland right before I moved.
Okay.
A couple of my older friends were like, yo, before hockey practice, let's sneak up into the woods behind Montclair Park and smoke on this.
That's right.
So we had some chronic, so we were calling back
let's
then,
go.
Remember?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
You guys invented that word.
Yeah, man. So, that was my first experience. It wasn't regular. Once I got up to the sticks in high school, we started, trying to branch from our folks and go to the rivers and go drink beers or, find bud. And
that's right.
Up in the hills, there's a lot of like good growers from back in the day, so you would be able to find it. And
oh yeah.
Yeah, man. So we created a relationship back then. The medical movement with 215 was starting to really boom at the end of high school, and we all had mad interest, so we were popping bag seeds or getting the homie who had smuggled some shit back from Amsterdam, throwing them out in blackberry bush thickets and tunneling our way in and watering them before school and all that shit,
No shit.
So the relationship with the plant started early.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I played a lot of sports and did a lot of things, so it kept me level-headed. I was good in school still with all that.
Word, bro. What instruments did you play? You mentioned you were playing instruments. What you was rocking?
Yeah, man, I mostly rock the guitar. It's my main thing.
Nice,
that's my
dude.
thing. Yeah.
What guitar do you play?
I got a few of them, man. I just got a Telecaster I'm loving right now, Fender Telecaster.
Tight.
Yeah, man.
Good for you, man. You play any cool covers?
Man, I'm in a band that's making me learn a ton of covers,
No shit?
Yeah, I mean, they're all pretty cool, man,
What kind of covers?
We do everything, man, from Hendrix to funk to,
nice,
we got a couple originals. I just started playing in a band again and all that.
Nice.
It's been good.
Any Metallica covers?
No Metallica, man. I'm kind of more on that funky
gotcha.
R&B blues kind of.
Dope.
Some rock and roll in
Dope.
there, and Yeah, man. But yeah, I've been playing music
tight.
forever. Did it through high school. Was playing bars like underage with barroom cover bands, older dudes, and did that for a long time. And yeah, man, in between it, I was getting in trouble, and the cops were kind of chasing me around, and like this dude's doing whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I bounced after high school. I think I was around in the mountains for a little bit longer, and then I was like, I'm going to take off. And me and my girl at the time, we headed up to Humboldt because she had family working in the fields up there.
Okay.
And I had a lot of interest in cannabis. It was helping my family with health issues. Me too, it was a go-to instead of other things that were available that,
Sure.
wasn't really kind. It worked for us. So I gained a lot of passion for it that way and through the medical movement. And so I went up to get my
cool.
bootstrapped up there for a little bit.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, little Garberville.
Nice. Shout out to
Yeah,
Garberville.
little Murder Mountain.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, that's where we were at. Yeah, and so I was up there for a little bit, and I quickly decided, I'm going to try to, do really well up here and learn, and then head to Santa Cruz.
Oh, nice, bro.
Yeah,
Santa Cruz is dope.
Yeah, Santa Cruz back then, and that whole time period really was like a renaissance, for our industry. A lot of
It really was.
creativity, a lot of wiggle room, a lot of room for R&D, so I found like Santa Cruz, like that's a hotbed. I think I could jive there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's tight, bro. Around what years did you move to Santa Cruz?
That was like 2006, I think.
Damn, okay.
Yeah. So got down there, loved the town. It was full of like kind rebels, subverting the man. Counterculture was thick.
Super thick.
Thick, dude, and it was kind of like a little bit of a freedom town, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like rent back then wasn't crazy. People were hustling and having a lot of fun being creative, so the town was pretty lit.
That's tight.
Really good time.
That's tight. Beautiful town, bro.
Yeah. Man, props to Santa Cruz, man. A lot of story for
Word.
Victory really started, during that time.
This when Victory started, huh? In Santa Cruz?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Yeah, I meant to ask you, like, what what started Victory? What led up to that, and what did you call it Victory?
Yeah, man. So I, when I landed in Santa Cruz, I started working for two growers at a couple spots indoors.
Okay.
And lo and behold, those things like didn't work out. There's a couple run-ins and stuff. So I kind of got displaced from all that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna leave Santa Cruz. I love it here. It either like kicks you out or it accepts you. So
Yeah.
I went and slept on a couch up in Zayani at this grow house for a little bit with my lady, and then found an opportunity to work at Santa Cruz Hydroponics, which is
Okay.
pretty legendary group of shops for the area.
Yeah.
So many big names that worked there ended up, like anybody that worked there ended up doing a lot in this industry and
Okay.
really contributing to the scene at the time. So anyway, I get a job down there, and I'm just surrounded by like every grower in the whole vicinity. And plus I'm learning about every product, and I'm able to R&D them and all that. And like back then though, like things were a little different. You couldn't talk about herb in the shop if you like didn't use code words, like basil,
Tomatoes.
tomato. Yeah, tomato was the one,
That's the one.
I like had to ask people to leave that were cool as fuck, like it was part of the code for just a
Oh,
little
no
bit
shit.
because it was more different times, like
Yeah.
people had to keep it low key.
For sure.
So anyway, that was kind of like a college for me in a way. The group surrounding it, shout out Santa Cruz Hydro, Shed, all the dudes that worked with me. I mean, there's Benson, there's Dorian from Beansville, Benson from Panacea, Utopia Meds, the list goes on, Lemon
no shit.
Tree. All these dudes were under one roof or a few roofs working, and selling equipment and stuff. So, yeah, there's a lot of stories with that, man. We had so much fun in that crew. We built up those shops. We were selling tons of equipment. We were sponsoring reggae shows and these shows, giving out nutrients. And the coolest part about the shop is like the community that created, and all of us R&Ding and sharing genetics and our failures and our successes,
That's tight.
And then everybody coming into the shop, they'd be like, oh, I have all these problems, and we'd help learn to diagnose them, and it upped our game,
Yeah.
Yeah. So through that journey, I'm still rock and rolling. I'm a young dude. I'm growing. I'm working at the shop, and I'm playing in a rock and roll band or two all around town. And you know, I ended up having a girlfriend, and we ended up getting pregnant during it.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, one of the biggest blessings of my life, man.
No doubt. Always.
Yeah. So, you know, sometimes that doesn't come in so easy when you're in that age.
Yeah.
You're spinning around doing all these different things. So there was a little bit of turmoil in that transition, you know, so that was a lot to work on, and it kind of made a transition for me to, at the time, I seen the industry bubbling, and I was like, you know what? I need to drop a brand and really start to hustle this and make some network down in LA and everywhere and see how this works, you know. Lo and behold, when I dropped it, it was kind of early in the game, probably like 2013.
Okay.
I remember like coming into clubs, being the first one to pre-package stuff and have a label, and it really like bridged a lot of gaps for me through marketing, presenting the herb, and, you know, networking. And Victory, the name actually came about to kind of, you know, to win, you know, to provide for my son, to provide even for his mother, to provide medicine for people, to bridge that connect and feel like you're winning when you're consuming, or even the whole mission of, you know, making sure what I'm putting out and that reflects back to a wholesomeness towards my family. And it ended up working out, you know, through that hustle, the families all together, things are stable and happy, and it was a huge win, man, like a huge win. So that's how the name started. It was
That's
really
dope.
on a mission, you know, to like,
I wouldn't have thought that, bro.
yeah. And then there's like the whole play on, you know, Victory Gardens. You know that history where it was like,
no.
those were hemp gardens that the United States grew to supply warships and clothing for soldiers, and they're called Victory Gardens.
No
so it's
shit,
kinda, yeah,
dude.
it's all cannabis related, so it's a little
Oh, that's
play on
tight.
that too.
Yeah,
you know?
no, that's
yeah,
cool,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
we learned some cannabis facts today, folks.
yeah, man, a little history.
A
There,
little
man.
history. I like that. I did not know that.
Yeah.
This is before they made it a Schedule 1 drug and fucked up the whole shit.
Yeah, man.
When they were
They
actually
fucked
using it
up.
for things like clothing and paper and shit like that.
Yeah, it's a textile, it's a commodity, you know, it's been
Yeah.
used forever. They try to take the plant medicines from us, it seems, but, you know,
Hey, they could try,
they can try all day.
but they will not be victorious.
That's right.
Like
Now that's the
Victory
real
Farms, you feel
victory.
me?
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's tight. So Victory's born, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happens after that, man? Did you have a job before this? Did you ever have like a regular, like what was your first job?
You know, like I actually got paid to teach and coach for a while, so I guess
Oh,
that's my
cool.
first technical
Cool.
job in high school. I worked at car washes, man. I worked heating and air. I worked plumbing.
You're well-rounded, my friend.
Yeah, so I did trade work for a while. That was pretty prevalent, and then I just jumped into this industry after all that,
Tight.
and I've been riding ever since.
Tight.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, same, bro. So sorry, I brought you back a little bit. So Victory Farms is born. What happens next?
Oh man,
At this
you
point,
know,
you've been growing for how long? Like, where are you in the game
you know,
in the grand scheme of things?
You know, I've been growing since I was, you know, under 18 technically,
Okay,
so
gotcha,
20
gotcha.
years, you know, popping seeds and doing
Fuck
that. I think like the turning point was really like Humboldt and then graduating to Santa Cruz, and then it started becoming more of like a thing I started doing hobby-wise. And then right about when my son was born, I created a collective nonprofit to provide for patients.
Okay.
I was a part of other collective cultivations before that in Santa Cruz that provided. I mean, we were right next to Wham. I don't know if you're familiar with all of that history, but they were the reason that Prop 215 like got executed, because they're this like really awesome cooperative of people that were terminally ill and people growing and providing medicine in a place for them to stay, and they got raided, and it caused a huge uproar that pushed along our agenda and moving me forward incredibly. So they were like my neighbor at the hydro store.
Oh, wow.
So super influential. Shout out to Wham, all the original ones. You know, the medical movement had a lot of compassion, you know, and kind of works with the plant. So Collective was born. That opened up a lot of connects through how 215 was working. Instagram hit.
Yeah.
We started doing that kind of early.
Nice, bro.
Which blew up hella quick. You
Yeah,
know,
it did.
7 accounts later, we're still here. You
They
know?
keep getting whacked,
They
huh?
started just whacking me all the time for a while there. Now I keep it mellow. But yeah, that was a huge movement. It was nice because you could connect directly really easily for a long time.
Yeah.
So that was super helpful.
What's up, pizza fam? It's your boy JP, Good Pizza. Check this out. I'm getting a lot of questions on where I can find the fire Good Pizza. Check this out. We got you covered. We're in NorCal, SoCal, Central Valley, San Diego. We got you covered on the slices. Peep the list. Go check out the shop. Tell them Good Pizza sent you. Peace, love, Good Pizza.
So yeah, up into the 215 movement, that's what we were doing. The company kind of remodeled itself as regulation came through. So more marketing and branding plays, more like helping teach, all of that, you know, and then being really creative as the movement went. So Victory kept getting into like, okay, let's start selecting phenotypes of our own. Let's start breeding in the backyard and see how it goes, you know? And that gave birth to strains and lines that were different and created more of an identity and was more fun, you know, it's creative and it teaches you more. So that's kind of the progress that's been going, and then it's just always learning. You know, people term master grower. I love the plant, and I love learning, and I love continuing the process of getting better and better at it, you know. It's like, that's what makes it creative. Breeding, learning about hash, learning about stable heads, learning about terpenes, learning how they translate, and selecting and breeding for it, and that's what gets exciting, you know. So that's
tight.
What we've been doing on and off. I also like grabbing and procuring selected cuts that hit hard. I'm a consumer, you know, so I try to reflect that into what I like to, you know, work with, and hopefully everybody digs it. You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully, hopefully, it's a wild market out there.
Yeah,
bro.
it is, man. I mean, I think if you throw love into anything you do and you keep in like a state of joy while you do it, you know, things get reflective of that.
That's right. And I'm looking at your product, bro. It's beautiful, man.
Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. I know you
can tell.
I found some of the best, man. So
I'm blessed, bro. I'm fortunate, man. I got some cool friends, and I'm grateful to know amazing growers and breeders, man, in space. You know what I'm saying? That's tight, bro. What flavors is in your lineup? What you got?
Man, right now it's like really micro batches, dude. So there's lots of them. I mean, I rotate a lot. The Grape Goblin's a new hitter that's come out. Got that really grape and gas on a different level than grape gas. It's just a different thing. We got some ones that I bred, like the Panna Cotta or the El Jefe. Rainbow Biscotti, Rainbow Gary. Those are rainbow chip crosses that are real flavorful, real good. I like to rotate some old school stuff, so I think I put out some Tropicana cookies recently to bring it back, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, man, I mean, I'm always rotating it. There's new things on deck. There's new breedings coming. So, and there's staples, man. So, you know, check the gram. You'll see some things hitting.
Tight.
Yeah, man, I like to keep it creative. And these days, people like a lot of different variety, you know.
For sure.
You know, and there's some hitters and there's some things that rotate, you know, but I try to keep it rotated and fresh just for my own palate.
No doubt.
And, you know, for everybody else's taste. But, yeah, man, it's a journey, dude. There's always new flavors coming. We're doing a breeding project right now, a little collaboration with help from Yeti Melts. Shout out Yeti Melts. It's been really fun doing collaborations and learning with him and selecting. So that's been great. Got a little bit of that new for you over there.
Oh, this smells fucking crazy, by the way.
That goblin right there.
The green goblin?
Grape goblin.
Grape goblin? Ooh, fucking forget about it. This and shout out to Yeti Melts. This looks fucking amazing.
Yeah, bro.
Did a wonderful job.
Yeah, that dude is.
Man.
Him and his team, him and his lady are legit, man. They're great
I feel like
people.
this is going to smoke. Real nice.
Yeah, you got
Real nice.
I think you're gonna like it, my brother.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. We're proud of that one. Proud of the flower. It translates both ends really well.
Oh, cool,
so it's
man.
really nice to find like a genetic that can do both pretty well.
Nice.
You know, like yeah, that's exciting. So yeah, we're gonna we're in the process of reversing that for some hunts.
Okay.
There's always something cooking in the kitchen now, you know.
Oh, you know what? Let's stop right there to explain to people what reversing that means. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no problem. So we take a selected female that we're really impressed with, and we use a concoction to reverse it from a female flower into a male flower. So every cannabis plant can lean either way. They're technically both all the time, but females lean hard to female, males lean harder to male. You're able to manipulate that and get them to revert or reverse over to the opposite. We generally do female to male.
Okay.
Not all of them are successful, so this one's still in testing. I mean, fingers crossed, it reverses and we get pollen that's viable and that it all flows down. But I think it might work out. Let's see.
No doubt. No doubt.
So people do that to instead of male and female. There's 2 different trains of thought. People knock either one, or they have their preference. I like messing with both.
Okay.
This is such a special plant that it made a lot of sense to try.
Okay, cool, man.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so you selfed it. You selfed it. Like you know what I mean? Like you pretty much took a female, this plant,
Yep.
and reversed it. You selfed it, and versus chucking pollen at it and creating seeds. Correct?
Yeah, I mean we have bred, like we bred, and we're hunting it right now. The El Jefe to the Goblin, and a regular hunt.
Okay.
And then we're gonna take this cut, reverse it, and hit it to a whole bunch of different things to hunt,
Tight.
and itself. So we'll do like an S1, they call it.
Yeah.
So that will, sometimes that has some cool freaks in it too. That
That's
who
right.
knows, man.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's the fun though. Sometimes it hits, and you're like, oh, this is, sinking. Sometimes you're like, ah, that one didn't.
Yeah.
All right, on to the next.
Yeah, on to the next. And you got to do that and do it quick in this fucking
Right.
ever-changing, fast-changing world of flavors that we live in. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you what, though.
Yeah.
I went right for that rainbow biscotti. That shit looks and smells fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, man, that thing. Yeah, it's a special plant. Super
fresh,
boutique.
too.
Yep.
fresh.
It's fresh. Yeah. It's fresh. We like to usually get a little bit of a jar cure, but I had this fresh come down smoking good. I want you to try it.
Oh, I don't mind smoking fresh weed, bro. I'm a believer that fresh weed gives you a different effect than, if it's cured out a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because you have different cannabinoids that do deteriorate, through the curing process that you do catch when it's fresh. It might not always burn as well. It might be a little spicy sometimes because of the moisture content. You know what I'm saying? But once you burn through about half the joint, usually fresh weed starts performing. You know what I'm saying? Like you want it to. If it didn't from the rip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it you get like more monoterps. I think those evaporate quick. Just like a hash dab. You low temp it, they're gonna be more harsh on you, and if you hit a little harder. But I think there's a little monoterps. There's a lot more terps in fresher herb. I think it stays for a while, but you start to see things evaporate. They're always evaporating. So depending how you
Trichomes are always off gassing.
Yeah, that good. Yeah, and all the different, all of it's different, some off gas and change into something even better. Some you're like, a little fresher on this one's better, everything's different.
Oh, yeah, we see it all the time, man. The homie, we'll pass on some shit. The homie will leave it in a Grove bag. And then 2 weeks later, like, yo, bro, you got to come check this back out, man. I let it marinate for a little while. I'm telling you, bro, it's there. It's there. And sometimes it fucking is.
Oh, yeah.
We've had people return, like, triple Lindies. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like, yo, bro, this ain't really smoking. And then, like, we'll just leave it in the Grove for a week. Or my homies did. And then, like, we'll call them back, like, yo, bro, I don't know. I think you might want to check this back out. And then they'll come back and rebuy the fucking shit they just returned, bro. We see it all the time. It's a trip, bro.
It is kind of a trip. You see, like, different strains perform differently now, genetics.
For sure.
And if you, like, geek out on even, like, tobacco tech and the evolution of what defines a good smoke with that and cigars, you start to see some crossover and ideas and...
Yeah.
Like different genetics from different parts of the world with that burn differently, just like all the lineages.
Yeah,
Unless you're like staying with one that's breeding out that, you're going to see a variance, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, it's a trip, bro.
And then what's really a winner, now all the check boxes are changing.
Ooh, there's some check boxes for quality cannabis now, folks.
Check boxes, brother.
Yeah, man. My camp, and when I say my camp, like me, Proper Doings, Gino Gotti brand, you know what I'm saying? Like, and our main crew, we're very focused on how does this smoke, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just the smoking experience, how enjoyable is the smoke, flavor translation, all that shit, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's where we're at.
Dude, it's great.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it ups the game. All these check boxes, they can be
does.
daunting, but then it also ups, like, your knowledge base and creativity and hunt.
No doubt.
So it could be daunting, or you can look at it as, like, I'm learning more and progressing, and that's kind of how we've thought about everything. Sometimes you're like, how am I going to achieve this? Or I don't got it yet, and then you just keep digging and R&D in, and sometimes network helps you out along the way, but
Definitely.
it definitely gets figured if you got your mindset on it.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah. Smokability is huge, man. It can't all be bag appeal and
No.
I
those
have
days are
smoked
over.
some stuff though that smokes real smooth and clean, but it's just like not trimmed well and unhealthy cures, and I'm kind of just been tripping on it, like, oh man,
How did this
how is
happen?
this going?
Well, come
this
on,
is
bro.
like,
We all know Skittles is like that. That's an infamous strain like that. It's not pretty.
Yeah. I've just been blown away by some things lately
Yeah.
where I'm all, okay, there's a variety. You can smoke smooth and clean in the ash, but sometimes you're mixing some flavor or some cure there with some of that shit.
Yeah, bro.
But everything's different,
Everything's different.
Yeah,
Everybody's
yeah.
process is different. It's really what just gives you that good final product that everybody wants.
Yeah, man, the experience people are proud of having, from the packaging and how you represent yourself and who you are through your brand, and then the intention you put through the product that you're doing really shines,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
man.
Absolutely, bro. So, what advice would you give somebody that's like in your lane in cannabis right now?
Oh man, well, my lane. Yeah, I mean, the advice would be is I say stay creative and keep learning and pushing the boundary of what is great cannabis and getting yourself up there as best you can, and staying in the state of joy and passion through the hard times or the things that aren't as easy, and staying focused and really staying in that state of joy, man. Because when you get negative, like we all know, I mean, I'm a believer the plants feel it, your work feels it, your hustle does. And times haven't been as easy for some of us legacy people and all the things, it's up and down, and it's been a transition. So if you've been in my lane, stay diligent, keep grinding, believe in yourself, and love the plant, dude.
Yeah.
It should provide back. It always has,
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So.
And you're living proof of that, bro.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
hanging
that's
in
cool.
there, man.
No, you got the right idea, man.
Yeah.
The love of the plant, man. Focus on the love, bro. And
Yeah.
that trickles down or up or wherever the fuck you want to bring it to, like people that sell it, the brokers, the brands, you know what I'm saying? Focus on the love and make sure you're putting quality product out for people that really need it. The medicine, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Do it for the medicine, not to be like a weed wrapper, you know what I'm saying, with a big gold chain.
That's
you know
just
what I'm
not
saying?
like authentic
That's not what it's
anymore,
about.
man. No, and people know that.
Shit's goofy, bro.
Yeah, shit's
You know
been
what I'm
all
saying?
goofed up. I mean, no disrespect to any celebrity trying to put stuff out, but it ain't working like that.
Nah.
Like the authenticity, like the people on the ground, people want to know. That's why it's blessed to be here and tell a little bit about my story.
Yeah, man.
We've been grinding for a long time. This industry's gone up and down. It's been a beautiful ride, though, man. I have so many great connections. Would never give it up, dude. It's a lifestyle.
It's just like, let's talk about that for a second, bro. Like, no matter who you are on your journey or what lane you're in cannabis, bro, like the connections you make, like the friends you make in this game, like, you're like, wow, this guy's just as crazy as I am about this fucking plant. Wow, this guy fucking gets me. Like, I've hit it off with people, whether it be a bud tender, a store buyer, a grower that's behind, like one of the guys behind one of the biggest, most popping grows, like, you know what I mean? We just connect on that level because of our love for the plant, and it's just like, and that shit's worldwide, bro. On my way here, I was just talking to one of my paisanos in Italy, my boy Francesco, and like, yo, bro, we never met each other, but we fuck with each other based on the plant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's about to come out here. I'm about to hold him down while he comes out
That's
here. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
man.
Like,
Get that good
because of the
pizza
plant.
going,
Yeah,
bro.
for real.
Yeah,
That buona
that's
pizza.
that shit, that home shit.
Yeah, bro. It's
that's
a trip,
cool,
dude.
man. I mean,
It really
the world's
is.
in on it, and it always
Definitely.
has been, but now it's like socially becoming more acceptable exponentially.
Yeah.
I think just like the fear is that the society, for me, needs to keep it in the people's hands as much as possible, because like overregulation and all the things that are going down are hard for people that don't want to grow a lot or be a commercial farmer, that want to be a mom and pop, a really creative, like microbrewery creative thing like that. And those lanes need to, they'll open up one day across the land.
They will.
It'll diversify the market, But yeah, worldwide, man. I mean, we've done some exploring, doing some Spanibus things.
Tight, bro.
Yeah,
you've
shout
done
out to my boy
Spanibus?
Stone.
Yeah, shout out
Me and
Stone,
him,
man.
we
He's in the
took
building
over
today.
Spain a few times, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Stories
bro.
for life. But
Yeah.
that was fun. A lot of great people out there. All of Europe come through. we had a really great experience there during Spannabis, and met people from Russia, just everywhere, and we were really stoked out to have like a shout out to Tariq Buds and all the connections he gave us. So we got to roll around to every get together, meet all these different shop owners, and that was great. Yeah, I mean, we get to take a trip out to Thailand. I got some friends out there doing that whole game.
Did you go to Thailand?
I haven't been yet. I've been invited, but I got some friends out there raging it,
Bro, that's going to be fire. That's one place I really want to go. Shout out to my bro, Josh from Natura. He, him and Burner opened Thailand, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Straight up, the Thailand cookies or whatever.
Oh, sweet, yeah.
And, man, and Josh is very well traveled. He goes there a lot, and just how he explains that fucking country, dog. I want to go so bad, bro. So bad. Prior to that, I don't really know too much about Thailand. You know what I mean? Outside of fucking Hangover.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, that looked fun.
Or the beach.
Or the beach. Yeah, no doubt. That was fucking crazy.
Yeah, no, it looks beautiful, and it's kind of crazy how the switch happened there so abruptly. And the whole renaissance there is going down, and it
sure is.
It's kind of cool traveling to different places and see, like, we were in Cali, so we were one of the first to go through all this renaissance, I keep calling it, but these times before regulatory compliance blew up. And there's like a really cool times for people during that. It's creative. You see a lot of different folks come out of the woodwork, a lot of different products.
Definitely,
so it's nice to go back and see it. And in other countries, it's great because there's a whole nother thing going on. Even other states, this. Like, and that culture is combined with our love for the plant and what it does for our people.
Yeah.
Health-wise, mentally, creatively, all of it. It's been instilled.
Yeah.
And when you go to other places in the world, you learn about that similar thread, but different ways to consume, different tastes, different, like the haze is always popping out there, and I smoke some of their haze. I sweat, dude. I'm like, man, they can put me on my feet.
Shout out to the haze, bro.
Yeah. But, man, the journey with cannabis has been a beautiful one. It takes me all around, and most of the people I meet are just super lit and happy and stoked about it,
Same, bro.
Yeah. So
That's
it's a
cool,
nice
man.
place to be in a workplace like that. I don't want to really choose any of the others.
There's, I'm a firm believer of having a plan B, a plan C, you know what I mean? And don't put all your eggs in one basket. But, like, at this point in my life, bro, I've been doing this for close to 30 years. I'm like, man, fuck everything else, bro. Like, I have side businesses, side hustles, but, like, nothing comes in front of this, bro. And it's not very profitable right now. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
Whether you're in the gray, the black, or the white.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
it's all over the place.
It's fucking all over the place, bro. And, you really got to love this shit, man. You really got to have a passion for it, or you can get the fuck out of here, bro. It's not going to work for you. You're going to go crazy, and you're not going to have a good time.
It'll fail, man. That will fail because, like, we were kind of mentioning authenticity, and you can feel it through what's going on. And people have been played through this industry forever, man. I remember the poor East Coast was getting, like, back in the day, all of our, like, we didn't want to sell it in Cali weed kind of thing, and then
we would take it with a smile.
With a smile, and then it started changing, as knowledge base increased.
Yeah,
but, like, there's just, like, some, fugazi going down, the real, but I think human beings, through learning and talking and meeting people like you or hanging out with me and getting educated, not, like, with an ego, like, mine's the best, because anybody saying that, like, there's always another level that's coming, man.
Level,
so if you get stuck in that mindset, you're going to get surpassed,
Yeah.
But, it's good, like, I think that people are starting to learn, too, just like agriculture, that smaller farms with a talented, passionate team tend to produce, like, a lot better weed. Or you could have a bigger farm, but that farm better have a bunch of, ninjas on it that know what they're doing, man, to guide and inspire the team that's learning, and that's, I think in this day and age, hard for, what I've seen, hard for companies to hold down with the costs and everything that's been crunched,
No doubt.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, like, it's just not set up to pay that team a lot of money. And it's easy to leave, you know what I'm saying?
Those damn spreadsheets, bro.
Those spreadsheets go crazy, bro. I fucking hate spreadsheets.
Being in the Shark Tank coming out of the trap,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, for real.
Yeah. But, like, props to everybody hanging in there no matter what you're doing, like, I have a lot of love for everybody's hustle and every which way they're doing it.
Me too, man.
Yeah, and everybody hanging in there and being passionate, doing what they do, whether you're told you can or not kind of thing, and, like, holding it down for the culture, because that's really where this bubbles from. It always has. And if we lose that,
what do we got?
We got nothing, man. We got mids everywhere. And people not, weed has always been cool because it inspires. and it alleviates things like plant medicines in general are there for us, you know. So I'm a firm believer in all of that. I think the progression we're seeing with plant medicines is really great. I just don't think we should hand it to the government.
No, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's just a lot of mistakes with greed going down with that, and the people suffer, and we're in this time together, so we have an opportunity. You know, we just have to demand what is proper, you know.
Yeah. And, you know, I know culture is a big buzzword, but, like, it's a real thing. Like, that's what we have, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what you can't fake that. Like, you got to remember, everybody from this shit comes from the streets in some way, shape, or form. Even if you're not from, like, the hood, you still had to play the street to move your bags.
Yeah.
And deal with the street aspect of, like, you know, getting busy, getting money, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that being said, you know, you develop a sensory to bullshit, fakes. You know, you got to be on point. You're not going to get robbed. You're not going to, you know what I mean, X, Y, Z. Bad things can happen in the street. So you have, like, these ways of sniffing people out, sniffing out bullshit. So when people from outside of the culture come in, like these Chads and Brads, like, bro, we sniff you out from a mile away. You can't just infiltrate this shit, bro. You got to be it got to be in you, not on you. You feel me? And smoking weed in college doesn't qualify you, Brad.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you really gotta be through this from this shit.
You could just sniff out that money hungry kind of business mentality, you know, and it's kind of, unfortunately, you know, like, fucked over a lot of people in the game that, you know, like, a lot of people had great intentions to figure this out and to move forward because they had something going for them, you know, and they were building. But, you know, I got thrown into that a little bit, and I wanted to educate myself. I'm like, all right. Like, we're basically going in the Shark Tank with these dudes. And, you know, I started learning about how businesses run and the overheads and some spreadsheets, and I was like a little overeducated to be played, you know.
Yeah.
And everybody's always wanting to scale, and that's not my deal, man. I mean, I'd like to see, like, brands that I create and help do what they need to do. But my passion is in small batch creative, intentionally grown, always getting better at it, and providing that so that it's, you know, that's more of where I think my passions lie. You know, I'm able to consult and help people with anything, but that's really, like, what's going to keep us, you know, what people want, man. It's going to keep us in the light. You know, it keeps me passionate. It keeps people passionate smoking it, and it entices the culture to keep going, you know.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's, like, really our saving grace with this onslaught of people that aren't a part of it. And it doesn't mean that there's probably not good Chads, but the system that's set up doesn't encourage a competition to, you know, you have to partner to get going. If you were making it in the game and building yourself up as a entrepreneur and an American that didn't come from money, a lot of us were like, we're all poor, man. We weren't coming from nothing, you know, and, you know, so, like, blessings to the plant for guiding us through all this stuff. But, you know, now it's time for things to socially change through getting access to things that are in smaller batches, but not necessarily can be provided through the structure that's been created. And once people know, hey, like, the stories behind these farmers, they're still doing what they want because they want this to be there and not go away. That's the fight. And then once people know, I feel like what you're doing right now and this gets out, people start talking, oh, let's check this out. Let me try that and why. Let me hit up Victory on the IG. You said something like this, or how'd you do this? I mean, education is key for us. Totally. So people understand, you know, and they share that. So I kind of hope that continues, and that those kind of social demand for things, like even in alcohol and all that, you know, it changed. You know, like I forget which president it was, but he made federally home grow legal everywhere, and that changed the game from underground microbrewers that were subverting from the big five that only had the licenses. Yeah. And they were able to do startups and build their way up from the ground. And I think that's, like, the most American thing that we have, and we don't want to let go of that shit.
Free enterprise, bro.
Yeah. And, like, a fair market that is not overregulated so that people can be talented, creative, and in a state of joy working so that they produce shit that you want.
Yeah, right.
You know, like, yeah. So I'm excited about being a part of that, you know, as best I can. And,
I think that's gonna be our saving grace, bro. Like, in my mind, like, I feel like federal legalization is not really what we want. It's gonna get weird.
Sticky,
there's gonna be so much money coming. I mean, the money's just there waiting to dump into this shit. But, like, I feel like our saving grace is the small batch craft cannabis, like a microbrew, like you said. Like, you just can't produce quality cannabis on a large scale, bro. Like,
You would just need a bunch of.
There's this X amount of lights
A
where it
teams
just
and people-
stops.
It's true, man.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
true. I mean, it's like that with food and anything. And if you know,
Yeah,
you get woke.
exactly.
When I got into cannabis heavier, especially in the transition, living near Salinas Valley and Santa Cruz, Watsonville, you know, they opened up all of that as a green zone for everybody that was already ag, and you started mixing, networking with agricultural people, and really getting like woke on how that all works.
Yeah.
And it's not cool, man. It's not cool for the people working there. It's not cool for our bodies, what they have to do to make sure they can produce so much. And it ain't the fire, man. You
Nah,
know,
bro.
so,
It ain't. It's midzy as fuck.
you go to a farmer's market in the mountains and hit up a couple, you know, organic farms and try some of their produce, and your head blows off with terps, just like you want from the
Man.
the herbs, you know. Like,
Bro, I bought some fucking strawberries off this Mexican lady last weekend at Target, and they fucking slapped, bro.
yeah,
Like, guys,
man.
yo, I'm not fucking with the store no more, bro. I'm just gonna buy them on the fucking street, dog.
Grow
They're
your own if
so
you can
good,
at some
man.
point,
So
too, man.
fucking good, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, that's dope.
yeah.
So, yo, what's the next like 5-10 years look like for you, man? What's on the future, on the horizon?
I mean, it's
for
kind of hard to
Victory?
say, man. I mean, a lot of intention.
That's fair.
You know,
That's
like
fair.
I'd like to say that I know. We're gonna keep doing what we do. I'm gonna keep doing what I do. I see a lot of like breeding and hunting and just getting excited and creative. I really like marketing and branding, so I'm into that, helping and creating more with the products that we're hunting and creating. There's opportunities here and there that we're looking into across the legal realms, more for this brand and others. I step lightly just because of what's going on. But I think that like as things turn, you know, in 10 years, I would like to see these micro groweries, or however you would call it, these micro licenses truly be available and zoning get let up. So if that happens, there's a lot of future for this kind of product.
Okay.
You know, and then just staying present with the culture and being a part of it, you know, to move it along. Because if anybody's passionate about it, which we want to keep creating passionate people that are younger about this, that don't just think this bag za with a, you know, this name on it is weed and it's whatever, you know. You want them to be excited, so the next generation is pushing it farther with any industry, you know. So
Definitely.
you know, continuing the vibe, teaching the kids and the people that are jumping in where we came from and what it's about, and, you know, keeping that pushing in any way I can through education, partnerships, you know, and those things come your way, you know.
That's tight, bro.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah. Keep growing the fire. I like to
Shit.
smoke it. I like to smoke what I grow. Yeah, man. I mean, we just got to keep it rolling, really.
That's it, bro.
You know, keep it on cruise control and. You know,
We all
hit
we
the
got,
gas
baby.
A few times, you know.
Yeah. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah. No.
Well, let me ask you this, man. What do you know that the industry should know, bro? What you calling bullshit on out there?
Oh man.
Cannabis Mythbusters.
Bullshit. Shit, man. I mean, I think it's just bullshit to call like something craft or to use branding terms that are just for marketing that lure people into believing something is what it's not.
Yeah.
You know, those sorts of things have been, you know, I think like the key to it is diversifying, you know, so like that kind of is bothersome, you know, or whatever. But I think, you know, I don't like try to be negative about it. We're all moving towards stuff, you know.
No. I asked you
Yeah.
the questions.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just give me
Yeah,
an answer, bro. I pulled that out of you, bro.
Yeah,
Don't even
yeah,
trip, man. Don't even trip.
Yeah,
No,
you
that's-
know, like you can
I feel
nitpick
you.
things. I think just like honesty, you know, is like the key. So try to create an honest product.
Yeah, like it's not 100-layer small batch, guys. You know what I'm
Yeah, you
saying?
know, just
50
like using
layers.
terms like that and pulling wool over the head. I mean, I
Yeah.
just don't think it's the way. Just be what you are. Be proud of it. If you're not proud of it, change it up. You know.
No doubt.
You know.
No doubt.
You know. Yeah.
What are your check boxes for quality cannabis, bro? What do you look for when you're gonna pass a batch?
I mean, there's been, you know, all the check marks keep climbing, but you know, it's consistency and health with the grow because I start from it up. So you know, you can tell when you have healthy flowers and healthy trichomes. That goes along with a cure, good drying and curing process, and care through that trimming and post process is really important. So making sure everybody involved and any hand it touched is taken care of and everybody's passionate about it. You can tell in the end product how it gets transported and beat, you know. After that, you got flavor. I'm a connoisseur of a lot of different flavors. Bag appeal's always been a big checkbox that's getting a little less important with flavor, but I still love looking at beautiful weed. And if I can hit all the check boxes with good smoke, bag, all of them. And that's what we're really going for. I mean, I've smoked some weed that doesn't look great. It might be just the genetic. I've even smoked some herb recently, mystery shopping, that wasn't stewarded correctly. Like, it's expensive, and there's huge stems, and the trim drop's kind of weak. But it actually smoked pretty damn smooth, man.
No shit.
And they were getting away with murder with it, just how you treat it. So, you want whoever's going to be partaking in your craft to be stoked. So it's all the way through, right?
No doubt.
Like when I open a jar, I want to be pumped on the one I made for anybody else, however it's going. That's the check boxes, and
no doubt.
Potency, I'm old school, so I like to get ripped, I like to get kind of high.
Same.
Some things are kind of weak, I understand its place. Sometimes you don't need to get that stoned,
Exactly.
Different strokes for different folks, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I like when things kick a little bit and get me kind of weirded out, put some perspective on my moment.
I like to get nuked, like my boy Turtle Pie says.
I said nuked?
He's nuked. I like that shit. Gets me nuked. That's the first time I heard that. I fucking love that.
That's good. That's good, man.
I'm with you,
blown
bro.
Up, though.
I like some good flavor, but I also like to get stoned, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if you combine it all, and like some things like test lighter, and they have a lot more terps, and you still get really stoned,
Oh yeah, we ain't tripping on
that
the
entourage
percentages.
effect,
That's all it is, bro.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Straight up.
Yeah, like people being educated just on tests. It's all about trying it, getting the good word of mouth, and understanding each flavor is different. And really, like, cannabis is such a huge variety. I mean, you look at all these plants, they smell like pineapples and blueberries and gasoline and astringent. And
that's wild.
it's like, dude, this plant mimics every terp you can find almost. So, pretty amazing, man.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Yeah, we got to keep finding the new news.
That's it, bro.
Yeah.
Tell me about a weird skill you have or some sort of life hack. What you got for us? I'm a cheat code guy.
Man, I don't know if I have like a weird skill. I used to have this skill where I could talk my way on stage with musicians I didn't know. Just side hustle.
Let's talk about that. I can't do that. What you mean?
It was like my crazier days, I'd be talking and a musician come down after a set and I find myself like over near him. I start, talking to him, whatever, make friends real quick, drop I'm a musician. They like me so much that you want to come up. So I got in a couple situations where I got to play with some pretty badass musicians doing that. So I've kind of
in the middle of their show,
my way into things, maybe. Yeah, man.
Damn, you're a spectator.
Like, what do you do? You know him? No, we just get down like that.
That's cool.
Musicians are kind of like it's a family, kind of like herb. There's a lot of love and they love music so much that you're like family when they see you love it like that too.
That's tight.
Yeah. So that maybe is like a skill. Yeah.
I learned that before the show. You know that. I was talking to Stone. I was like, yo, tell me a little about homie. Like, because I was trying to build up your bio.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, son, I've been places where his son just like, he's nice on the guitar, and he just fucking hopped on stage with this band and started shredding. And I'm like, oh, shit. I knew he was nice, but I'm like, damn, bro. Getting down. That's cool, bro.
Yeah, it's fun, man.
That's cool. That is a weird skill. Yeah, we'll take that as your weird skill.
Yeah. Talk my way into situations.
That's dope, bro.
Sometimes not so good, but yeah, that's been a good one. Yeah.
How do you like to consume cannabis? What's your twist, bro?
I mean, I'm a doink smoker, man. I smoke joints, man.
My guy. My man.
Yeah, bro.
Big doinks. Big old doinks.
Bro. Yeah, I mean, younger, it was pipes and bongs. And, we didn't have as much herb around, so you'd conserve it with what you had. And now I hit a bong, man, it like lifts me off. It's just too much. I like the smoothness of a joint.
Same.
Kind of enjoy it. I like to smoke. Cannabis got me off smoking cigarettes when I was a young dude running around music.
Nice,
I kind of kept the smoking habit, but just with weed.
Good.
Yeah,
Same here, bro.
Dabs are good too.
Dabs are a good time.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up before that was even happening and went through the whole BHO hit and doing all of that and the.
You used to blast?
I didn't.
Last
No,
one?
no,
Okay.
man. I was just a
But you would
grower.
consume,
I had.
gotcha.
Yeah. I just, like our trim or some lives. We'd put through friends that were in that game. And,
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. The new like water tech, with the hash and doing rosins and really stewarding the plant towards a high end product like that. Now that is getting on another level, which I love.
Man,
But
shout out to the washers, bro.
yeah, you know it.
Putting out that real medicine.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's an art form. And
It is. It certainly is.
I like putting I like donuts. It's like, put a little extra
Little
tip
hash
in
hole?
there, a little hash
Little hash hole? Yo, speaking of hash hole,
Yeah.
I got to shout out CGO.
Yeah.
This guy just fucking created a new holiday. He's going to go to... I called him last night. I had to call him. Once I seen Burner post the video with him and CGO, I'm like, yo, bro, you understand this is worldwide now, right? Like, bro, shout out to CGO, man.
Yeah, man.
This guy literally created a fucking weed holiday. His name is going to go down in history. When you teach people about cannabis, there's 420, there's 710, whoever started that, but then there's CGO, who fucking starts fucking National Hash Hole Day, bro.
Yeah, man.
And we're gonna be at that shit, bro. Shout out to the homies, man. I'm honored to be a part of it.
Down there too, man.
Shit, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Get you a pop
we were
up,
at
man.
the island.
Yeah, hell yeah, we was
That
at
was
the island.
good.
We
I
were
was
at the
trying to
island.
catch you, man. You're a busy man out there,
Dog,
bro.
I was mad as hell when I heard you was there. I'm like,
Hustling.
yo, hold up, homie was there. Damn, why you just say what's up? But he was being polite.
It was good. I saw some old heads there. Got to hang with Bila.
Oh, that's
rolled
cool,
him
man.
up a hash hole for the stage. And
Oh, that's cool, man.
yeah, it was good to see
Yeah,
him.
he
He's
came
old
through-
folks with me, man. He's cool as fuck.
Oh, yeah, you fuck with him?
shout
Yeah, he
out
came to the
Bila,
table?
King Seidel, man. They've held me down for years.
Is that who was with him?
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah,
I didn't know homie,
Yeah.
but I knew who B legit was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those
I
guys
laced
are
him
the
up
dudes.
with some free trees. You know what I'm saying? Hope y'all enjoyed it.
Yeah.
saying?
Bila, he does, man. He knows how to smoke, that dude.
No doubt. I'm sure he smokes
Yeah,
good. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
He's one of the fellas.
Yeah, those dudes held me down great. Like, went up to the studio. We're both jiving on music. Got to meet him through Seidel.
Oh, that's
And we
what's
just
up.
smoke heavy and get creative and talk. Bila's an amazing person. He surrounds himself with really great dudes. So we're just
Yeah.
like fam now. They treat me well. So it's
People have
always
really
great to
nice
see
things
him.
to say about him.
Yeah,
You know
he's
what I mean?
cool.
I don't know him personally. I just met him that one day.
No. He's a sweetheart, man. He's he's a
Yeah.
good dude, man.
That's
Leader.
what's
He's
up.
a leader for sure.
That's
you
what's
know.
up.
Yeah.
Or, yo, let me flip it to, if you had a weed superpower, what would it be?
A weed superpower?
You snap your fingers and X happens. You could put it to growing and shit like that.
Man, like all the leafing's done, like bam,
Bam. Okay.
boom.
Okay.
Like
Yo.
that's like the full. I mean, anybody who works in the grows constantly
Yep.
is gonna be on that tip.
Just
a
snap your
little bit.
finger, everything's
Yeah,
lollipop.
could you imagine? Boom.
Yep.
Oh man, that was rough.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's cool. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
I mean, you got to get down on that real carefully, and you got to do it right and the right
Yeah.
timing. So it's a hustle, and like that would be a good one because the plants would dig it too.
You're not the only grower that said that on the show. I love that. I love to hear like
yeah.
whatever position you playing in the industry. Like I love to hear the answer because sometimes I hear the same shit. It cracks me up. You know what I'm saying? So now, my friend, it's time for you to give us your top 3 strains of all time.
Oh,
One old
man.
school, one new school, one desert island. You stuck on the island. Nobody's coming for you, pal.
Man,
What you got?
Man, I'm there by myself.
That's you and Wilson.
Me and Wilson.
You know what
man.
I'm saying? And whatever strain you pick.
I mean, old school. I got all these really fond memories of a time smoking that real GDP when it was in the streets at Ken's Cut.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like us hustling down from the mountains, and there was this hella shady club, one of those like abandoned strip malls in Modesto. You had the big dude out front, but
Yep.
they had that bomb, dude, and it's just nostalgic. I've never been able to find it. I got to get up with CSI to see if he's got that going on. I heard he's been doing good things with it, but
Hell yeah.
yeah, that one was just sick, right? You ever get on that?
Yeah, I have. And a lot of cats from the Bay, that is their answer for old school GDP.
Yeah,
A lot,
yeah.
bro. And it has been coming up a lot lately. I mean, I've been interviewing a lot of cats from the Bay, so maybe that's why,
Maybe that's
you know what
what
I'm
it
saying?
is, yeah.
But yeah, no, I respect it, bro. I got a couple good batches of that on the East Coast, you know what I mean? Shout out to Cuzzo, you know what I mean? He was lacing me up. My cousin was out in Oakland and shit,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
so
He
you
had,
have some
he had the bags, yeah,
recently.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to find that real of it, It's hard to find, and I don't know if it's just like a heavy nostalgia with the terps and with the time. I don't know if it would hold
So
up
there's
to
nothing
the-
like it, bro.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
nothing like it. There still
That's
really isn't.
good.
Like those terps, those are crazy.
Shit was good, man.
What you taking to the island, big fella?
Fuck, man, I got it. This is gonna be kind of controversial, but if I'm on an island alone, man, I'm probably smoking on that garlic cookies, man. It's strong, terpy. It puts you closer to
Okay.
jaw every time. It's kind of old
Okay.
school, new school now. I
It
don't know.
is,
From
no
where you're at, to
doubt.
me, it's not
No.
old school at all.
Desert Island don't matter what
I know,
timeline.
like,
That's
people think it's
you're the
played
one
out,
on the
but,
island.
man, you like that garlic is some serious medicine,
It's some dope, bro.
Yeah. So I'll hold
Yeah.
it down for that forever. I got the homie who hooked me up way back in the day with the cut, and I'm always growing that for the head too.
GMO, chem cookies, whatever you want to call it. That was a fucking
that was the
hitter.
one. Yeah, that one's good, man. Desert Island, and then new strain, man. Man, that's kind of rough,
That's usually the hardest one because there's
Yeah,
so much shit out, bro.
There's so much out there, and I try to go out and shop other farmers and support and figure out what's going down as much as I can, But like, it's not as easy access. I'm out in the woods a lot, and
No doubt.
but I'm really enjoying. Like, honestly, I hate to clout on my own shit, but that grape goblin that we're coming out with is some insane herb.
Your truth, bro.
It's the truth. It's got the gas. It's got this grape. It's real good. It cures out great. And the one you were talking about, this rainbow biscotti, is also, I just keep grabbing from that bag too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But I gotta
tight.
get down on some of your stuff more, bro.
Yeah, I got
Good,
you. I got you.
man.
We're gonna lace you
I
up.
gotta get educated because there's a lot of things, I haven't tried, that are coming out
doubt.
quick, and a lot of people are raving about, so I got a lot more to smoke.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's always more to smoke, bro.
Yeah, but
Solid.
the new is new, like, all the time,
Yeah, for real.
And I'm smoking all kinds of different flavors, so it's hard to pick one.
Yeah, it is. It certainly is. What if you could bring back an old strain? What would that be?
Oh, like one I grew, or just one in general? Like the one
whatever.
That
No.
I let go that I can.
No, this is your truth. It's just
Yeah.
it just can't be here no more. Like nobody has it.
Like it's gone.
It's gone, son.
Every time I think something's gone, I see somebody claim they got a cut. There was this old train wreck cut, and I swear it was called like Arcada Train Wreck, man. And
Okay.
it was nasty, dude. Like, even just like hanging it, it was like paint or something. It was like fresh paint or
Bro.
something, right? And you would not only would you kind of get high hanging and chilling in the cure room with it, you couldn't do it for too long because you'd end up having like an allergic reaction. So
No
it was
shit,
so
damn.
strong, right?
Yeah.
And I just never they did all these offshoots with it, and it kind of muddled it, and then it was gone.
Yeah.
But that one would be kind of cool to bring back and see what it does in today's age. And
Yeah.
yeah, something like, there's another one. We used to grow this Hindu Kush.
Okay.
That was
Never
like-
had Hindu Kush, I don't
Dude,
think.
we got these seeds from like Europe and Afghanistan back in the days in the hills, and this shit, man, it was so strong and so terpy and gassy in a different way. It was just straight sun grown, and it was so fire. That one probably really is the one. We can't
Okay.
find it. I've tried it for anybody got a Hindu, hit me up. I want to see it.
Holla
Let's
at the homie.
Let's go. That one was special, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, super special.
I want to touch on the train wreck you just spoke about. So I think the first time I ever had train wreck, obviously it came from here, it made its way to the East Coast somehow. And I remember grabbing a little bit of sour and a little bit of train wreck from my man, shout Unc, one of my old plugs. And this is my first time ever having train wreck, and this shit was so fucking crazy, dog. Oh my God. And I've never seen it like that since, bro.
Yeah, I was just read
It got super, doggy. It was so offensive.
Yeah.
And like, yo, I could picture,
Yeah.
like, when you said that, like, when it was dry and when it was curing in the dry room, like, I was picturing, like, yo, that had to be it, bro. This shit
the
smelled
one, dude.
so crazy
That's the one.
dry. That must have fucking stunk up half the block.
Bro, it was
when it was
bad.
hanging,
Like, if
you
you
know
sat
what
in there
I'm
for too long, you better get a headache.
Right,
You're just
right.
overwhelmed.
Yeah,
But as
bro.
long as you didn't do
Offensive
that,
terps.
and you smoke it, it kind of like overwhelmed your body with the terps
Yeah.
and the head high, and it was.
Yeah,
it
and
was
the
crime,
fucking
man.
name was great, bro.
Yeah, it was, dude.
Like in the East
Legend.
Coast, right? Like, I know me personally and like a couple of homies, like if the crazier the name was, the more we wanted to try it. Like when Gorilla
Okay.
Glue came out, we had to have it. I was
Uh-huh.
like, fucking Gorilla Glue? What
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck is
It's
that?
just
I
fire
gotta
too,
have
though,
that.
man. Yeah.
I remember my first time almost getting Gorilla Glue, allegedly. It got lost somehow, allegedly. There was some bad information, some things happened. It never got to me. And it fucking broke my heart. And this all happened on my way to Vegas for like one of my wife's birthdays. And shit. I was about to blow hella bread, and I like lost hella bread on the way to the airport. And I just kicked that fucking trip off. Terrible. But anyway.
At least you didn't lose it in the casino, dog.
I don't think I did too bad. I didn't do too bad. Nah, I didn't go for it because I don't like playing catch up, bro. That's a dangerous game. And I'm not playing. Things, I was already down by the time I got there. Yeah, I was in Newark Airport and I received the information about the loss. I'm like, oh, motherfucker.
You still had a good time?
I did, but I had to try to keep it cool because the next morning at breakfast, my wife's like, "Yo, what the fuck's going on with you, yo? You good? Like you seem like something's going on." I was like,
"You know, your wife always knows, man."
All right, here's what happened. Because I'm like working on all this shit in the background while we're chilling and shit. You know, it's all part of the game, man.
Man, it is part of the game.
Got to chalk it up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. We tried, bro.
Game, man. We tried our best.
We tried, man. We tried,
still
bro.
Here, man. That's the important
We fucking
part.
did, man.
Yeah, bro.
So, yo, what is your smoking weed or growing weed pet peeve? What grinds your fucking gears, man? What pisses you off?
Man.
Or anything in the game, just weed related.
What pisses me off, man? I don't know. It's kind of hard to go there, you know. I think I can let my mind go there and pick things apart, you know, and I have, you know, and I'm trying to, like, stay away from that headspace. Not to diss the question, but it's like,
I appreciate
there's
that
like
answer.
little things here and there, you know. You could be like, oh, this, you know, whatever. And I just, you know, like, I'm trying to stay in a state of joy in this industry because we've all been kind of pushed down a little bit. So when we, you know, if I'm nitpicking things, you know, I guess like the biggest pet peeve is just like the way things are rolling, taking the hands out of the people, taking weed out of the hands and putting it in somebody else's to dictate how it's worked, and in a way that isn't as fair to most of the common folks. But that's just like something that we need to work on. And it's annoyed me, but it's the natural progression. So you accept it and don't let it bother you, you know. I think like a lot of people clout push hard, and that gets a little bit, for me, I'm like, oh, because I'm more humble, I guess, you know. I just try to chill, and, you know, I'm proud of what I do, and I'm proud of our community, you know, and I think that people should just be proud because they're part of this movement. And they don't really have to push as hard sometimes. You know? But like, also, I appreciate a lot of people that promote themselves the way they do, and I'm inspired. I'm like, man, look at that, like yourself, man. I'm just like, I'm inspired, you know. That's confidence. Thanks, and it's good energy, and it adds to the space really well. We need these characters. We need all of this, and so
man.
You know, there's two ways to look at all the things, you know. But like, you got to be proud of what you're doing and represent it. So, you know, I think it's kind of easy to see when people are pushing over that, and I kind of see sometimes when they do that, and then, you know, in whatever way that comes off, I don't think a lot of people end up like clinging on to that for too long, you know.
No doubt.
You know. So, yeah, but that's, you know, people are working on themselves, man, and we're all figuring it out, you know. And bottom line, they're working and trying to help out this industry, so that's what's up, you know. Yeah.
To your point, bro, like, I really appreciate that answer because it shows what season of life you're in and what state of mind you're in, and like you automatically was like, nah, you know what, I'm not gonna go there, bro. Like, I'm not even in that space. I don't vibrate on that. I mean,
it's so easy to go there with all kind of things.
That's cool, bro. Like, that tells me a lot about you and where your head is at. That's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
What's up, man? I appreciate that.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. What's your favorite place to smoke, bro?
Oh man, like everywhere.
Oh shit, that's a good cue to light this fucking joint.
A fucking Karen or a cop, or like, you know, you try not to do it around like, you know, all the good things, be an adult about it, right? And be respectful of everybody else. I mean, I love being out in nature, man. So like, I snowboard all the time. So it's been traditional to like chairlift smokes, looking over the Sierras.
That's fun,
or the mountains, wherever you're at is dope.
Have a torch if you're doing that.
Yeah, clutch.
Clutch
There's
is
some tech
fucking
too.
torch,
There's some
bro.
jacket tech when you're
no doubt.
no doubt. You know, just in beautiful places with beautiful people. I like smoking and talking. And get, you know, the traditional circle of smokers always brought, you know, story and laughter as you get stoned. And yeah, man, but you know, all of that nature, man, sign me up.
That's tight. I fucks with that. I fucks with that. So when you were a shorty, what was the first smoking device you ever had to MacGyver and put together?
Oh, man.
Who put the pieces together? What you
got? You know how that was?
It's one of the three.
I mean,
it's usually one of the three.
Yeah,
what you got?
I mean, the first one, I feel like the first one was that time in Oakland, and these older kids had an actual pipe, like one they got down in Berkeley, you know, those shits. So maybe that was the first. But, you know, like, we made them out of, like, pens and clay. I remember my mom found one that was this pen that, you know, used to turn the pen, and the woman's, like, bikini would go away, like one of them raunchy pens. Me and my buddy made one out. Of course, I'm, like, an 8th grader, and she finds this shit.
I remember
man,
those,
it was
dog.
Catastrophe, dude. I almost lost everything.
Damn,
but
bro.
you know, then there's the classic can. Who never did that at my age? You know that we.
Yeah, those.
Yeah. But people, you know,
We're
it
gonna
was
feel that
we were
later in
smart
life.
enough to like go get like a little pipe eventually. You know, we were doing that shit. Yeah.
I like to ask that question. It just takes me back to a time. And I always love to see what people were up to in their little region. You know what I'm saying? Some people would just come out the cuts with like, yo, bro, I made this fucking thing out of these things. And like, it's this elaborate smoking device. You feel me?
Yeah, they can MacGyver it at anything.
Yeah, exactly. Crafty.
Yeah, I've seen some
motherfuckers, bro.
MacGyvers too, man. I forget what movie that was on, but he's like, was it Half Baked? He's like, get me a socket wrench.
Yeah.
This and that or whatever.
That's what it is, bro.
Yeah. You know, and there's some friends that I know that learned how to roll a joint when they were 8 for their mom or whatever.
Right, bro, right.
We were always relying on them at the start.
Yeah.
Yo, roll this up. Needed a pinner. Only got a dub. It's $20.
Yeah.
Dub a
straight
chronic,
up.
man.
Straight up, dude. What's the last show you binge watched, bro? You got anything cool for me to watch?
Man, I did the remix on the Game of Thrones, I gotta tell you. We rewatched it.
Did you?
Yeah, it's pretty epic, dude.
It's
I gotta tell you, that's
fucking
a
good.
great show.
I'm on like season 4 or 5, and I just...
Yeah, tapped out.
Yeah, I think the HBO shit, I was just being a cheap ass. I was mooching off my daughter's HBO fucking subscription, and then, you know, she cut it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, ugh, I gotta sign that fucking thing back up.
What else did I watch? Oh, the new Loki came out, so I fucks with that. You know, I got a kiddo, you know, he loves that stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Big Star Wars fan. I mean, there's always things rotating. I can't quite remember what else I was watching.
That's tight, bro.
It's been busy lately, so, you know, when I take time out to watch TV at night, I'm always tired in the morning, so I'm trying to cut that habit out, you know.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
But the binge watch is real. Oh, the Shoresy. I like hockey. You ever seen Shoresy?
No, I haven't.
I checked that out. Some Canadian shit, but it's fucking good. Leonard Kenny. You ever seen Leonard Kenny?
Nah.
Yeah, I got
Who's
Canadian
that?
Family. It's another show, but it's kind of like an offshoot. But watch
doubt.
Shoresy, man. You like that. If anybody likes hockey and Canadian stuff.
I heard you nice at hockey.
What's that?
I heard you nice at hockey. You nice with the sticks.
Yeah. I've been skating. I've been skating since I was a little guy, man. My dad's Canadian, like I said.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. So we were brought up in that culture.
That's cool.
He played like semi-pro hockey out in Frisco. That's how my family, his side, made it out here. And and then that's it's been instilled in my life. But I dig the hockey, all sports. You know, I'm one of those dudes that likes to watch sports, and people got to deal with it being on the TV a lot.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Team sports are what's up.
Yeah, no doubt.
Right?
No doubt. That shit's smoking, by the way, bro.
You like it, man?
Yeah, I do. That shit's smoking.
That's what's up.
That's the rainbow with Scott. If you see it out there in the wild, get you some.
Man, I'm glad you like it, bro.
No, it's cool. I get nervous about rolling up guest weed on my show.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck, man. Because I'll be like, oh.
I'm happy you approve, man. Yeah.
You know
a lot of
what I mean?
love went into that. You know, like I said, they usually like to put it in a jar sealed right after trim. Like, we don't put it in bags or nothing like that anymore. And then, it, you know, when it's real nice, you come out pretty quick with a good smoke, fresh.
Hell yeah, bro. This is nice. Burning nice, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Smooth, good flavor translation.
Thank you, man.
Nice oil ring, white ash, you know, which is the last thing we look at when everything else correlates.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you, brother.
Yeah, hell yeah. Good shit, bro.
Yeah, we try, man. Yeah.
So, I can't ask everybody this, but I can certainly ask you.
Yeah.
What's your social security number? I'm just kidding. Give us a crazy growing story. Some shit went down. The shit went down, bro. You had to get the fuck out of Dodge. Maybe you made it out. Maybe you didn't.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's been some hustles, you know. Luckily, you know, the biggest ones for me, I was lucky, you know. I had like a system growing up to where you kept things super tight and low key, you know.
You goddamn
You're
right.
always low key. And I didn't like come from nothing special, so I didn't have fancy shit or cared about it.
No doubt.
But a lot of times, like back growing up, you'd be renting houses and shit, and you'd have like the 24-hour call.
Yeah.
You know, whenever that
Bro.
hits, can be like, you know, so we multiple times, man, you know, you get the call and you got to tear like the whole situation out, get a U-Haul, move all the plans, do all the things, just in the nick of time to get the walkthrough and then hustle it all back while dodging shit all through the streets and fucking, you know, like. Just like those growth stories are endless, really, through the game, because you know none of us own the properties and shit like that. You know?
Yeah.
Just like at the whim, of like, you know, let's go, let's
Yeah.
get this one will work. You know, like, you know. So that was, you know, I've had to like help other friends in red team go situations, especially up north back in the day, where like you would have the radio going, okay, they're flying over this street and that street. You guys like they literally on the public radio would tell you when they're coming up there.
Yeah.
So. You'd be hustling like bags and fucking all these dudes, you know, they were growing massive amounts back then too. So you'd be hustling it to another property, driving it, you know, and then you'd see cops fucking come and never go back, you know, for a while,
Yeah.
all that shit. So,
Real
you know, we were
shit.
dodging that shit for a long time, man, getting pulled over. And luckily, like, laws were in our favor for a long time to give us freedoms medically, which saved a lot of trouble, close calls there, you know.
Yeah.
Law enforcement for a long time was really unhappy about those laws. So when you knew them and you weren't getting in trouble because you were doing things right, they were not happy. So those were always nerve-wracking, going face-to-face with like an old-school law enforcement in this transition, right? They come from a different world.
Yeah.
So you're getting that world, and when they clash together, you know, that was never fun. But luckily, you know, like, knock on wood, like, things have been blessed, and all my communities really, like, I have so many friends in this game where we just go hard for each other whenever the time needs, like, on a whim, you know, it's number one. And,
Yeah, bro, like,
yeah.
I'd say 90% of the people I asked is like, it starts with a 24-hour notice. And you call the homies, they band together and fix the situation.
It's like
Always,
the red
bro. I
team
love that.
go,
man.
man.
Yeah, red team go, red team go.
You know,
fucking
people
right.
show up because then, you know, you get this thing, and Santa Cruz really had that heavy. You know, where we had this community where it was like, oh shit, you know, homie's into trouble, or this dude's in trouble, or this, you know, what do we do to help it out? You know, any which way it does, you know. And it was unfortunate, like in Santa Cruz, it was Freedom Town and really 215 oriented. We had like the best indoor medical laws there were in the state for a long time.
No shit.
Like unlimited plant numbers, and you could stack scripts.
No shit.
And so like all these people moved there, and then by the end of that era, they put up a bunch of grows and got all this tax money and
in Watsonville, right?
Yeah, that money just flooded in.
Oh, yeah.
And they just like wiped out everybody left. Like they were.
As far as they're fucking massive, bro.
Yeah, but
Straight
even little
mids,
guys,
though.
bro, they were hitting anybody and everybody,
shit.
anybody, dude. Like
No
4
shit.
lighters, 2 lighters, stealing all their
Jeez.
money and shit. I mean, there's all these lawsuits going on, so I didn't get into all that. But
No
Santa
doubt.
Cruz flopped, you know.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people had to take off that didn't have like all their licensing together. There wasn't any space. There's no, you know, and that area had tons of growers, and then in the end there was barely any zonable space for them to work and or opportunity. So
Yeah.
it was kind of hard for everybody there.
That sucks. Just part of the game.
It's part
bro.
of how it goes, you know. It's the
Word.
progression. So you just have to adapt, you know,
Yeah.
and find your spot and keep on that roll, you know. And that's what we're doing.
You damn right.
That's a nice joint, bro. You're rolling good.
Thanks, pal.
Let me tell you, you got to give me some lessons.
I got you, bro.
Seen you.
Got you.
Damn, you seen that guy?
I train with the fucking samurais in this shit,
Yeah, I
bro.
see,
You know what
man.
I'm saying? Like,
There's some straight up.
we got some hitters in this
masters
building, bro.
around
We got
here,
proper
man.
doinks. We got
Yeah, I
CGO.
see.
We got Bruno
I'm
Rose.
getting to
Shout
meet
out
all
the
these
homies.
dudes. Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. Like some real assassins
yeah,
with the
man.
road
Legends
game.
in the
You know what I
game,
mean?
man.
Yeah,
People
bro.
pushing real good stuff, you know, and like that's like real proud of you guys for all the culture you're bringing and the knowledge base
No
and pushing
doubt,
the
no
envelopes
doubt.
that things
Got
progress,
you, bro.
know, and it unhomogenizes the game.
Yeah.
You know, and that
For sure, bro.
when you do that, then people have choices, you know.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
I was just talking to CGO last night. We were talking about, like, you know, our generation in the game. You know what I'm saying? The next, we'll call it the next gen. Next one's up. From all the big dogs, all the OGs. And we got a dope little class, bro.
Dude, this is
we
good,
got a
man.
dope fucking class, bro. This generation that we're coming up in is pretty fucking cool, man. Happy to be here.
Me too, man. It's
I'm glad I
blessed,
moved
you
out
know.
here.
Yeah, I'm glad you did too, man. It adds a lot, you know. And that goes across like the whole nation, man. You're broadcasting this, and you know, and this
Yeah,
California's always been a big influence because of our counterculture generally. You know?
Fuck yeah, bro. It's the Mecca.
Yeah,
Everybody
and
knows
it
it.
still is, you know.
All over the
and
world, bro.
We just can't, like, you know, as Californians in the game, you can't lose sight of that, you know. So,
Word.
Like, you know. But everybody else, you know, I travel, and it's great. Like I said, you see these other subcultures.
You probably get big
of
love
it.
everywhere, bro, just because you a grower from California.
Yeah, it's kind of a stage that ended up being set, and luckily I was
Yeah,
born and
man.
raised here and
Hell
got
yeah,
into
bro.
this, you know. And then, but you're also, you know, it's a blessing. You're surrounded by all these people that are really diving in, and
Yeah.
it's been good. Cali's this shit. But I do see like great things coming out of their places. Like give props
Me
to
too.
everybody
Me
passionate,
too, bro.
you
It's
know.
fucking
yeah,
nuts.
yeah.
Everybody's coming out the cuts, man. All those little
Yeah.
garage growers are peeking their heads out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they should, man.
And like, there's hitters everywhere, bro. Everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Putting it down.
everybody should be able to grow. Everybody should
Absolutely.
have home grow. You're gonna call it legal, you know, legalize it, man. And then let entrepreneurs and people that want to go about it build their way up from the ground up that's reasonable so that you diversify this market and
Straight up.
educate people. And then it's this beautiful thing everywhere. And that's where it's going to go in my heart, you know, as long as we push that agenda a little bit and get people aware, you know.
And that's good pizza. And on that note, we're going to take a little break. What's up, guys? Just want to take a quick second to shout out my sponsors over at Grove Bags. Listen, Grove Bags are hands down the best way to store your cannabis. Forget jars, forget Mylars. Nobody does it like Grove Bags. Listen, it's a 6-layer, non-static bag. State-of-the-art technology. It's going to keep your weed fresher for longer. It keeps your cannabis between 58 and 62% humidity at all times, the optimal humidity to store cannabis. It's going to increase your shelf life, help prevent mold, weight reduction. Hands down, it's the best product out there. We don't use anything but Grove Bags at Good Pizza. And especially if your product is in stores, we all know there's some shelf life issues at the stores. This is going to keep your product lasting longer on those shelves. So when your customer goes to try it, it's going to be fresh cannabis. Listen, if you want to store your cannabis the proper way, use Grove Bags. Use promo code PIZZA with 3 Z's. That's PIZZZA. Tell them Good Pizza sent you. All right, so let me ask you this. If you could smoke with 2 people, one that's dead, one that's still alive, who would they be?
Man that's dead would probably have to be Jimi Hendrix.
Another one for Hendrix. I think
you had
he's
one.
in the lead, bro.
You did, really?
I'm happy he is.
Yeah,
I'm a
no
big Hendrix
shit.
guy.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
Favorite Hendrix song, go.
Oh man, that's a hard one, man. I don't know, man. There's
All
so
on the
many good ones.
Watchtower is fine.
There's so many good ones. I mean, Spanish Castle Magic's pretty amazing. Axis Bold as Love, Voodoo Child. You know, they're all hitters,
Yeah.
man. He did all those in 3 years. You know?
Yeah.
It's like quick in and
Yeah,
out.
yeah, he
That's
did.
3 years, dude. 3 years blew all that
Genius,
up.
bro.
Yeah.
Fucking genius.
So I know he got down. I think just in general, he would be a really interesting musician to talk with. Just
Oh, hell yeah, man.
and he had like a lot of things to say if he was comfortable, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah. And then in the present day, man, that's a hard one. I'm like musician oriented. I've always wanted to smoke weed with Willie Nelson.
Another fucking popular one, bro.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah.
probably my 2 leading ones.
Yeah, because my
For
impression
Dead
of that
Alive.
dude is, you know,
Yeah.
he's cool as fuck, and
Cool as
probably
fuck.
has like his band is so sick, and just he's done so much.
He's
and,
the best, bro.
Yeah, yeah, musicians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know how much we used to pay for condoms back in the day?
Yeah.
I don't know. We ain't use them.
Yeah, that's right. You
That
remember
was
that?
the shit, bro.
Yeah,
That was
so
the shit.
funny. Yeah, I mean, he's a legend, and he's pushed
Yeah.
this all real heavy for us
Oh, yeah.
culturally, too.
Oh,
and,
absolutely.
like,
Absolutely.
I mean, there's so many
Fuck yeah.
musicians that have over the time, you know.
But we're
It's
talking longevity.
Yeah. I mean, that dude is.
Willie's been
he's
holding it down
killing it.
for a long
Props
time.
to Willie, man.
Yeah.
Fucking legend.
Facts.
Yeah.
Now we're going to take a moment to shout out your favorite plug from back in the day. You don't have to say his real name. Just shout him out.
Oh, my favorite plug?
Yeah, your favorite plug, man. Who took care of you, bro? Who always answered the phone? Who always had the fire?
Man, I'll tell you what, like back in the day, in the early days, when I was rumbling with this, I was just a kid. It kind of taught me a lesson. There was this dude, I can't really tell you his name.
It's cool.
Yeah, but he was the dude, and he was the dude in this town where I was at that had like the best weed all the time on rotation. Like it looked like it was like the best indoor. Every strain was proper, and it was way back in the day where it was like changing the game. And he always showed up, and he always gave me what I needed, which was that, and it was like a lesson too. You know, you're like, oh man. everybody's got herb around in the mountains. It's like, you know, grown, homegrown, this grown, that grown. Sometimes, like you, back in the day, it was the club weed. You go get club weed, and it was supposed to be better. And then this dude showed up, and it was like, I had, like, everybody was coming at me, bro. Like,
Forget about it.
I just dominated the market, you know, like,
Yep.
everybody was always so stoked and so appreciative, and also, like, you know, it worked out well. So that dude, you know who you are and what you did back in the day. You were an early subversive indoor grower that was real creative and put like a lot of good shit out. You know?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That
Well,
dude was sick, dude.
On June 16th, you make sure you still in contact with him.
Yeah.
All right.
Man.
So look, June 16th, National Plug Day. Give him something cool, bro. Shoot him a little Venmo.
Okay.
Roll him a joint.
Yeah.
Let him know you're thinking about it.
Yeah, you know, man. That's what it is, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. He's, you know, he been through it. You know, he was early, so he went through a lot. You know, going through that. And
No doubt.
some mistakes and shit.
What are you gonna do?
He knew what the good weed was, you know, and at the time that was like amazing weed, you know. Like,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's fire, bro. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah. He's
Shout out to
OG, man. He did a lot.
You got any mentors you care to shout out, bro? Anybody who had a big effect on your life?
Yeah, I do, man. He's a legend. He helped me build Victory when I was young. He's a Santa Cruz legend named Denali. We call him the Denali.
Shout out to Denali.
Yeah, he's older now, but man, he had been in the counterculture and moving and shaking forever and just enjoyed his life and stayed in joy and just lived life to the fullest like he always does. He's still around. He's getting a little older and he's doing great, but he was a legend, dude. He was like, I call him the mayor of Santa Cruz. He knew everybody you wanted to know. He made friends. He was low key. He hustled his whole life and had fun his whole life. And really opened up a lot of that life to me to have opportunity to learn and grow. He was real.
That's tight.
Yeah. He was like a older brother / dad kind of figure, friend. You know?
Cool.
Yeah. But he taught me a lot. That dude's an OG. Shit, I could tell you went through. I won't on here, but he was cool, man. He's like a legend. Yeah.
Nice. That's dope.
Yeah. He propped me up big when I most needed it in a lot of like the early times of. You know, being a dad and figure things out and making sure things were good. So
cool.
Without that
you
kind
need
of
people like that.
Yeah. And then like, you know, a little younger, having a kid than most, especially living in the Bay where people wait, you know, and you're still hustling and making things happen for your business and your family, you know. People hold you down, give you guidance and support, you know, that kind of shit. Doubt. So that dude was a legend. He also, you know, did what he wanted and had a lot of fun doing it. And he's a good man, so it's all good, yeah.
That's what's up, man.
You love that Wild West, you know.
Wild West.
Love that shit.
Hell yeah. What's the best advice somebody ever gave you, bro?
Probably it's kind of combined. I think it's like to keep your body moving and to stay. It's probably to keep your body moving, you know, and to stay in states of joy while you're doing it, you know. So like,
ooh, that's solid.
Cause
that's a new one for the show.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's super solid advice, I'll tell you that, man, because you can, if you do those things, man, life is a lot better and a lot more things come your way, I think. You know?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, so, like, whenever you make moves in this and things are working out and you're moving your body and you're, you know, do something for yourself like that and see what happens, you know. I think it really helps out.
Solid.
You know? Gardeners tend to do it, you know, maybe in the wrong way sometimes. They got to go. It's hard work, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep your body moving and stay in joy, man. Have fun, you know, just have fun.
That's good, man.
That's the one.
You got that spirit, that aura about you. That's how you move, you know. I can see it.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
cool.
trying to live that way, man, you know.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a good way to live, bro.
Yeah,
Keep the stress low.
Try to, man. You know, it happens. We're all humans, you know, but... You know, cannabis helps with perspective with that, you know, and just like,
definitely.
You know, if you make time for fun and enjoy, then all your work and things you grind through in life that come up it's easier and you can crush it, you know. I think it's the way. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I fucks with it, bro.
Yeah.
You care to share the worst advice somebody ever gave you?
I don't know if I remember those ones.
All right, we'll skip it then.
Yeah,
I'll edit that shit out, bro.
Oh man, what's
Don't
the
even
worst
trip.
advice? You know,
Don't even trip. So let me ask you this: if you could go back to the young Victory Farms, and you could give yourself one piece of advice before you jumped in the game, the day before you jumped off the porch, what would you tell you?
Shoot, man, I think it would just be like always work on communication and make sure you learn all about communication. Because when you work and hang with others and you want to build a team, that's super key. And I think that's like when you're younger, sometimes that's a harder thing to achieve. Different groups. So if you're leading a grow room or a production team, and there's individuals around, when you're younger, it's hard to click into like how you steward communicating to everybody to keep it motivated. So like the young me, I would give them some pointers on that so that the team is strong.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, communication is key.
Downs, learning these things, man, and
yeah.
You come to a point where you're like, okay, you're humble and you see these things, and you're like, oh man, if I knew this, if I only knew what I know now, I feel like,
If I only knew what I knew now, yeah. Isn't it always that?
Yeah, it always is, though, that
it always is, bro.
Yeah, but
you gotta take your licks. You gotta learn.
I'd also just say go get it. Like you know what you're gonna do. Just go get it. Have fun. I did.
That's right.
Try to do it.
That's right.
Things are different. But
it's all good, bro.
Man, hanging out here with you guys.
Yeah,
great,
dude. It's all good, bro. It's all good. It's all part of it. Yeah. What you call it? So, great job. We're gonna jump into some rapid fire questions. Now, this part, these are one-word answers. So try to keep them one word. It's hard, but try to keep
one word
word
answers. All right. Shoot.
You ready?
Let's go.
Do you like to smoke in the hot or the cold?
The cold.
Stay up on that mic too.
Oh yeah.
Joints or blunts?
Joints.
Bongs or bowls?
Bong.
Cold start or hot start?
I think it's hot start, yeah.
Going in hot?
Yeah. The dudes have the dab right situation where it's
those are cool.
Set it up,
Those are cool. That would be considered a hot start. Cold start's when you just start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Throw it in there and start.
One. Yeah. Okay.
Just so you don't risk the burn. You know what I mean?
Don't want to get it, man. I've had some hot dabs.
No, hell yeah. Rig or Puffco?
Rig for sure.
Street smarts or book smarts?
Both.
Batman or Superman?
Batman.
Haze or sour?
Sour.
Nas or Jay-Z?
Jay-Z.
Big or Pop?
Oh, Pac. 2 packs for sure.
Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat?
Both.
Regular doinks or hash holes?
Both.
Pass that shit or I'm smoking this to the face?
I pass it. I'll pass it around. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite Ninja Turtle?
Leonardo.
80s or 90s?
90s.
Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
NorCal or SoCal?
Both.
Pizza or tacos?
Tacos. No disrespect, man.
It's all good. No, it's all love.
It's pizza, a Cali thing, Doug.
Hey. I don't judge.
Growing up, man.
Pizza with pineapples or no pineapples?
No pineapples.
Tacos or burritos?
Tacos.
Beach or snow?
Both.
In-N-Out or Five Guys?
In-N-Out.
Cheetos or Flamin' Hot Cheetos?
Flamin' Hot.
The Wire or The Sopranos?
The Sopranos.
Pacino or De Niro?
De Niro.
Godfather 1, 2, or 3?
Probably number 1.
Automatic or revolver?
Man, I kind of like to see the revolver out, Western, bro.
Okay, you got to smoke Disney carts or last year's outdoor for 1 month straight. What you going with?
Oh, last year's outdoor 100%, Dougie. Damn.
Most say that. Okay, you got to smoke Jack or Blue Dream for the rest of your life. What you going with, partner?
Oh, man, that's rough on you, man. Oh, Jack, probably.
Jack?
Mm-hmm.
You're lost in the woods. You get a pack of matches or a hatchet for survival. What you going with?
Probably a pack of matches.
You getting chased by a bear or a shark? What do you prefer?
A bear.
Bear. Go with bear.
Man. Climb. Yeah, that's rough, dude.
You're stranded in a forest fire, or you're on a sinking ship in shark-infested waters. What you going with?
Dang, I mean, it's like you're checking out on both, man.
Yeah,
Maybe
bro, it's not looking good for you, bro.
I mean, the forest fire, I think I'd probably have some way to get out, maybe, or not, but yeah, forest fire.
All right.
That's probably kind of fucked up to say because I don't really want any of those going on.
No, that's the
And
point,
I like
bro.
swimming in the
point.
ocean, but my biggest fear is them sharks, you know?
I know,
Like,
bro.
fuck.
These are tough answers, bro.
Yeah, you're getting me with it.
I'm
It's
with
like,
you. I don't
oh,
want to stress
man.
you out.
All right.
I don't want to stress you
Yeah,
out.
it's kind of stressful, bro.
Body shot or face shot by Mike Tyson.
Oh.
So you're gonna live, bro. So it's a little better.
Yeah. Probably a body shot.
Body, all right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my teeth.
You need to keep the.
You know, and that too. Shot a 151 or a hot dab. 900 glowy.
Neither.
You gotta pick one.
I gotta pick
You
one.
gotta pick one of these, bro.
Dude,
You ain't getting off that easy.
Probably a hot dab.
Hot dab? Ooh, savage.
Yeah, like how hot? You're talking like roasted hot?
Yeah, 900 plus, bro. Yeah, we're going in hot, bro.
Then it would be the booze, yeah.
You got the booze?
Yeah. I mean, I try not to drink too much booze these days.
Nah, me neither, bro.
At least, but that hurts your lungs, man. You're doing damage.
You could recover quicker, I feel like.
Because you had a hot dab like that too, huh? We all have, right?
I don't
Back in the
know
day.
how hot it was. I'm sure it was up
Just
there.
roasted.
Just we didn't know. You know?
Yeah, I know, bro.
A metal glowy. You feel me?
Graduated from those days.
Yeah, straight up. Gelato runs terps or OG gas terps?
OG gas terps all the
OG
way,
gas.
man. Yeah.
Wu-Tang or Death Row?
Death Row.
I like it. Good job, man. You did good, bro.
Yeah, thank you,
You did
dude.
good.
I
Hell yeah,
did
man.
good. Is there like a score rating?
No. In my mentally, yeah. I mentally score you fuckers. You fucked up on one.
Yeah,
probably
that's all right,
figure
man.
out
It
which one
happens
that
after
was.
doing.
It's all good, bro.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah.
good. I don't say nothing, man. I used to
Good,
say
it's
shit,
good.
but I don't say
You're
nothing.
good. You're good to me.
I'm trying to keep
You got
shit
these
cool.
shades on there, so it's like,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm glad you.
Yeah,
It's looking
man.
good, man.
Yeah, I always wanted to. I always wanted to hang out indoors with the fucking shades on, you know?
Yeah, it's rock and roll on us.
I can't because I can't fucking see anything. These lights are helping me, bro. Like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Help me through this journey. I can fucking see you.
Yeah, man.
So, yo, before we get up out of here, bro, I'd like to share, like, how do we meet the power of networking? And then who do you know that I should get on the show? So, we met through the homie Stone, man. Shout out to homie Stone.
Shout out to Stone.
Who's in the background right now. He's chilling.
Man, I mean,
out.
put Stone on, man. He's got a story.
It's funny you say that. Stone's coming on.
Oh, good.
We just, you know what I mean?
Good, man.
Waiting for that,
Get
waiting for the
Stone
sun,
on
the
here,
moon,
man.
and the stars to align. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, make it make sense.
Yeah,
'Cause he got
that's
some big
good,
shit
man.
cooking in Jersey.
Stone, yeah,
you know?
he's got things in New Jersey popping.
Yeah,
He's
man.
Worked with me for a long time, doing great things, traveling, becoming
That's right.
homies. He's a great marketer. He knows how to move.
That's right, bro.
Yeah, great human being. He's got a lot of story. His story's incredible.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Solid individual, bro.
Yeah, all the way, man.
Him and my bro Mikey Muscles from the Cottonmouth Club, man. You know what I'm saying? They out
Yeah,
there doing
Mikey
their thing.
Muscles.
You
They're
feel
doing
me?
their thing, man. No,
Yeah.
Shout out to Cottonmouth Club,
Big
Stone
shout
the
out
family,
Cottonmouth Club.
man.
Stone and the family, you
They
already
take
know.
care of us. They're great people.
Yeah, hell
yeah.
So, yo, before we get up out of here, bro, if my audience could do anything for you, bro, feel free to plug anything you got going on. Drop your Instagram, all that good stuff.
Yeah. It's Victory Pharms _ on IG. Just check that out. That's how you can keep up with me. You'll see what's going on in the kitchen. It's the best thing. We got flowers and collabs going down. Just trying to keep it fun, tasting a lot of things, and you should be a part of the journey, so check it out. Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. Well, yo, thank you, my bro, for coming.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. It's beautiful. You and all the
Hell yeah.
crew. This is great.
No doubt.
First time
no
is
doubt.
great, dude.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. Respect.
Well, yo, check out my bro, Victory Pharms. You already know, man. He got the flavors, bro. He's one of us. He's doing it the right way.
Let's
Do some
go.
quality meds, man. Follow the journey. Tap in, like, and subscribe to the YouTube. Hit the Patreon. Support your big cool Gene, man. You know I love you. Peace, love, good
Yeah.
pizza. We'll see y'all next time. We up out of here.